So today we gathered here today to discuss and basically break down how you can approach your personal interview preparation process. So to kick off this discussion, first I'd like to ask a very basic question: how to approach your interview preparation? What tips do you have?
Speaking personally, the way I approached the interview preparation process for the different MBA interviews that I gave was to break down the questions that are generally asked in these interviews into certain key categories, such as self-based questions, MBA related questions, and then I did my preparation specific to that category as to what is it that the interviewer is seeking from me with respect to those questions, and what are the general questions that are asked in said category.
Okay. So just an open question to everyone. Any specific topics or questions that you guys made sure that you prepared about during your preparation?
Thank you, Soumya. So I'll firstly talk about self-based questions. So the objective here in general behind asking these questions is to check your communication and presentation skills and also to check your honesty and attitude. So some of the questions that can be asked here are, tell me something about yourself. So in a lot of interviews, this is probably the first thing that the interviewer is going to ask you. It's like an ice-breaking question and you need to create a really strong impression here. So personally, I highlighted some of my own differentiating factors, such as the fact that I had been learning classical music for several years, and I highlighted it in a very open-ended manner because I wanted the interviewer to ask me more questions on this and drive the interview in my own comfort zone. Some other questions could be on the lines of tell me something that's not there in your resume or profile. So here you need to talk about something unique that makes you stand out from the rest of the aspirants. Describe yourself in one word. Here I used words like multitasker to highlight the fact that I had consistent academics and at the same time, I managed to juggle between different extracurricular activities and effectively managed my time. Another question here could be, where do you belong to? Tell me something about your family, your city, your village, your town. So for example, I was born in Hyderabad and brought up in Pune, and I was asked to elaborate on the various cultural differences between the two cities. You could also be asked about your strengths and weaknesses. Let's say you'll be asked to mention three of them and you can relate them to any of your life experiences.
Uh, Thanks, Pranav. So another important area that one needs to prepare for GDPIs are the academics. So it's very important for people, especially who have work experience, because after working for a lot of years, you tend to forget the subjects that you had. And even for freshers, you remember the subjects that you have recently covered, but the subjects that you might have studied in school or the first years, you tend to forget them. So it's important to brush up on all those subjects. And so what happened with me was, so my interviewer basically went through the mark sheet and they randomly picked up a subject and tried to ask me questions on that. So the objective of preparing the academic questions are basically to judge your sincerity towards academics, because that's what you're going to do for the next 2 years. And what is your practical understanding of that subject? So in my case, I was asked whether I used any of the learnings from my education in my job. So, I had to basically bring up the contents that I had studied in my college and how it was related to my job. Also, there could be questions like, what is the branch of engineering that you may have done. So for example, in my case, I switched from science background in school to economics background in bachelor's. So it took they obviously asked me why did I switch. So I had to prepare a very convincing answer, and since I had done it with my own will, so I was able to properly explain them why I wanted to switch. So these are the some general questions that you can already prepare, because this is going to come up in your interview. Some other questions could be like, what was your favorite subject in college and why was it your favorite? So it's important that you understand the theoretical as well as the practical part of that particular subject, to show that you actually have a deeper understanding of it. And some more questions could be like, if you have any highs or lows in your grades, so why did that happen? If there was any reason regarding that. uh, there could be questions like if there were any non-academic activities you did in college and how are they different from the academic part. So you need to be able to weigh the pros and cons and able to express your opinion on the same.
Right. And as very rightly pointed out, academics is a big part of the interview process. And post academics, if you have a work experience of a couple of years, that also plays a very important role in the interview, where the interviewers would be interested in knowing what your level of sincerity was towards the organization that you served in, and how well did you adjust to the corporate culture. So, for instance, some of the questions which I was asked in my interviews was to tell me something about your company, what my role in the company was, what were some of the key uh, achievements and learnings that I had in the company. And another type of question that was asked related to my work ex was, why did I decide to pursue an MBA and not continue to grow in the industry which I had joined after my graduation? And this is where you have to bring about the reasons as to why you want to pursue an MBA, and you want to expand your knowledge to the broader business horizon, and not just stick to one particular domain that you are working in. And another sort of question which can come with regard to your work could be, where do you see your company 5 years down the line? So this is where you need some knowledge around the industry and the domain that you're working in, so that uh, you can have some answers regarding as to where you see that industry 5 years, 10 years down the line.
Right. So, in my case, in many of my interviews, I was asked a lot of situation-based questions, and I had made it a point to actually prepare them, because these are very basic ones. Things like what is the best decision you've taken in your life? What was some adversity you went through? And like this one particular question was something which I was actually asked in two of my interviews, where it was about or explain some instances where you showed that you've taken on some responsibility and displayed leadership. So basically, in while preparing for such questions, what you need to do is sort of analyze your entire life till now, and see what all learnings you've had throughout, be it during your school days, your college days, while you were working, throughout your life, because such things do end up coming up in your interviews. And when you answer them, one thing that you need to display is the clarity of thought that you have, and the fact that you have analyzed every situation that you have been in, and what learnings that you've got from each and every one of them. So this is like a part of a preparation that I really spent quite a lot of time in, and it sort of ended up paying off as well.
Right. So another set of questions that I was asked a lot during my interviews was abstract questions. These questions basically include a random set of questions, and the main objective behind asking these questions is to first check the thought process of the candidate, and second to check the presence of mind of the candidate. And if I talk about some of the examples of such questions, it could be money or fame, money or power. And coming to my specific experience, I was asked like, do you believe in God or not? So I would advise the students to search the internet to expose themselves to more abstract questions. At the same time, it is very important to present your own opinion, because the question in this category could be very random, and it is very important to present your own core ideas in such questions.
Thank you, Sagar. So one of the most important kind of questions in any B school interview are the MBA related questions. So the objective in general behind asking these questions is to understand your rationale behind pursuing an MBA, and also to gauge how well you understand the management aspects of an organization. So some of the questions that can be asked to a candidate are, so why do you want to pursue an MBA? In my case, I had close to a year of work experience in the procurement department, and I was interested in sales and marketing. So in my B school interviews, I was grilled on why I chose to leave my organization so soon to pursue an MBA, and that too in a domain which was very different from the domain that I'd worked in. Some other questions might be, why do you think you are the right candidate to be a part of this prestigious B school? They're basically looking for the culture fit at that particular college. Another question could be, tell me a few instances from your experience where you have shown leadership or management skills. Which specialization do you want to opt for? So this basically checks your domain clarity. And a question that is asked a lot to engineering graduates is, why do you want to pursue an MBA instead of pursuing masters in your own domain? And to check your goal clarity, you might also be asked, what are your short-term as well as long-term goals? And how do you feel pursuing an MBA can help you achieve those? Finally, you might be asked to rank all your calls in order of your preference. Justify the order too, as to why you placed a particular college over another college.
Yeah, so moving on, the another set of questions that I had prepared was hypothetical situation questions. So I will be answering this part in two ways. So one of the hypothetical situation could be where you are judged on your decision making, problem solving skills, and to understand if you're a team player or not, or how do you take other people into consideration. So you could be given a situation like you have a very tight deadline at work, and but you have an emergency at home. So what are you going to do in that situation? Or you could be asked questions from your personal life. For example, if you have faced any challenging situation in your life, what was your biggest failure? If there was any ethical dilemma that you had faced in past. And apart from just knowing the situation, questions could be like, what could you have done differently in the past, to change that situation? Or are there any regrets do you have, and how would you have changed that? So basically that kind of judges how well you have thought about those situations, and if you're aware of how you can make that change if the situation were to present itself. And the second part is basically not really preparing as an answer, but it's more of a mental preparation for a situation that could happen in the interview room. For example, sometimes you can get stress interviews. So in my case, I had done an internship in CSR domain. So I was asked by the interviewer whether CSR is important for a company, or the company should invest in R&D or innovation. And to be honest, there is no right answer to this question. But the interviewer was very adamant that I pick one of those two options. And I was very sure that, I cannot just pick one option. So I gave a very diplomatic answer, and I gave pros and cons of both the situations. But they were very adamant that I answer one. And then I politely said that, it's not possible that you just invest your money in one option only. So I think they must have asked me 3 to 4 times to give one option, but then also I did not deter from what I had spoken the first time. And that kind of judges whether you are taking a back from your decision just because somebody asked you twice or not. So in that situation, you have to stay calm. You should know that this is a stress interview. They're trying to break you. And that's, if you're already mentally prepared of these kind of situation, it helps, because in that situation that you need to stick to what you have said the first time. So and I think it worked well for me because I got through MDI.
Okay, so moving on. So another sort of questions that have been asked a lot in the recent times are guesstimates. So guesstimates, as the name suggests, it's simply an estimate based on a blend of guesswork and calculation. The objective in general behind asking these questions is to first judge the analytical approach of the candidate, second to ascertain the estimation progress of the candidate. And as far as the process of solving a guesstimate is concerned, the idea should be to look at all the parameters that might affect the problem, and the idea should be to cover all the parameters. And in order to do so, it is very important to ask the initial preliminary question that will help you form the base of the answer. Also, at the same time, it is very important to voice your thoughts so as to keep the conversation going. So while solving a case, some of the things that I used to do very clearly so that the conversation keeps going were assumptions that I have made to arrive at a certain figure. Secondly, the formula that I'm using. Third, the reason for considering a particular parameter, and how I will be using that in a particular scenario. So by doing this, I was able to clearly explain my thought process in the candidate. And if I talk about specific experiences, I was asked to identify the number of CNG cars in Delhi, and in some other case, I was asked to identify the number of cinema theaters in Delhi.
Right. So I guess we've discussed in quite a lot of detail the various areas of the interview preparation process and the specific questions that you might come across. So any parting advice that you have for the aspirants that would help them crack their personal interviews?
Sure, Soumya. So firstly, tell me about yourself, in my opinion, is your window to drive the interview in your desired direction. So you can talk about different aspects of your personality that are very unique to yourself, such as your work habits, your backgrounds, your interests and hobbies. So having said that, I don't think you should come off as somebody who's very emphatic about why you are the right fit. Talk in a very crisp and clear manner that's easy to digest. Most importantly, be humble while talking about your achievements and come across as somebody with a lot of zest inside him or her to learn.
Also, so generally the average time of an interview would be like 8 to 10 minutes, or sometimes it's lesser than that. Not saying that it is any way to judge how your interview is going, but since the interviews are quite short, it is important to know when to stop your answer and how much content you need to give while answering the question. So generally, what you should be doing is giving the crux of the situation or whatever the question is. But if the interviewer is interested in your answer, he or she will ask more questions, and that will be your entry to giving more context to the situation, rather than just going on and on about your answer. And secondly, it's important to engage the speaker. So make sure that you're not rushing with your answer, you're giving pauses, and you're choosing your words carefully, because generally you feel that your words are of not that important, but the interviewer is listening to each and every word. So it's important to know what to speak, how much to speak, and when to stop.
Right. Adding to that, questions in MBA interviews are often related to your background. So, for freshers, for instance, they are often asked about the courses, subjects, their final year projects, uh, and stuff like that. And for people who have work experience, the questions are centered around the projects that they're doing in their company and the expertise of the candidate in the domain or industry that he's working in. So, a thorough knowledge in these aspects is absolutely necessary to perform well in your interviews.
So another point which is very important is to have a very positive body language, because it is very important to show that yes, you're very interested to get into a particular college. And as far as the tips are concerned, sit up straight without crossing your arms or legs, answer in a very clear voice without using any fillers or words like or any other similar words, and not politely, and smile while listening to the panelist and thank them at the end of the interview. Also, one question which is asked a lot at the end of the interviews is, do you have any questions for us? I think this is one option for a candidate to end the interview on a very positive note, because this is your chance to ask questions which can be very specific to a particular domain. So you should not be afraid to ask questions if you have any specific questions at the end.
Right. So I guess we've covered quite a lot about, the entire general tips and tricks about how you can prepare for personal interviews. So just to, on an ending note, I would say the most important thing would be to just be calm, relaxed, and confident, and you would surely be able to crack your interviews. I hope this video has been helpful and will help you with your preparation. Thank you so much.